Are you tired of spending money on fertilizers and chemical-rich soil enhancers? What if you could turn unwanted weeds, yes, the stuff we usually curse and toss, into nutrient-rich, free fertilizer for your garden? Discover the Amish secret to sustainable farming and learn how to harness the power of weeds to boost your soil's health and fertility. Join me as we explore Amish farmers' simple, effective methods to transform weeds into a valuable resource. How do the Amish turn weeds into fertilizers? Amid modern agriculture's high-tech advancements, their approach to farming stands out as a beacon of simplicity and sustainability. For centuries, their farmers have cultivated the land with time-honored methods that prioritize harmony with nature. One of their most ingenious strategies involves repurposing weeds, often viewed as pests, into a valuable resource. By harnessing the nutritional potential of weeds, they create a self-sustaining cycle that enriches their soil without relying on synthetic fertilizers. At the heart of their methods lies a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of ecosystems. With time, they have developed innovative methods to coax the best out of their land. Weeds in particular play a starring role in this narrative. Rich in nutrients, these often maligned plants can be transformed into a potent fertilizer that nourishes the soil and promotes healthy plant growth. The benefits of this approach extend far beyond the garden bed. By utilizing weeds as fertilizer, they reduce their reliance on external inputs, minimizing waste and conserving resources. This closed-loop system not only fosters a more resilient ecosystem, but also yields a profound sense of satisfaction and connection to the land. Let's discover the secrets behind their remarkable methods and learn how you can apply these principles to your garden. Gardeners can create a thriving oasis that not only produces bountiful harvests, but also contributes to a healthier planet. The journey begins with a simple yet profound shift in perspective, viewing weeds not as pests, but as a valuable resource waiting to be tapped. The Amish approach to weed utilization. Amish farmers have mastered the art of transforming weeds into a valuable resource, leveraging their knowledge of nature's rhythms to create a thriving ecosystem. Let me tell you the ingenious methods they use to tap into the potential of weeds. Using chopped weeds as mulch. One of the simplest and most effective ways to utilize weeds is by chopping them and using them as mulch. This technique not only suppresses weed growth, but also retains moisture, regulates soil temperature, and adds nutrients to the soil. The Amish farmers carefully select and harvest weeds, often choosing those with high nutrient content. The harvested weeds are then chopped into smaller pieces, releasing their nutrients and making them easier to spread. The chopped weeds are spread evenly over the soil, creating a protective layer that helps retain moisture and suppress unwanted weeds. This mulch layer also helps to regulate soil temperature, keeping it cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter. As the mulch breaks down, it adds nutrients to the soil, creating a fertile environment for plants to grow. Creating fermented weed teas. Another innovative method used by them is creating fermented weed teas. These teas are a concentrated liquid fertilizer that can be used to feed plants, promoting healthy growth and development. To create weed tea, the Amish steep a mixture of weeds and water in a container, allowing the nutrients to leach into the liquid. The mixture is left to ferment, breaking down the complex nutrients and creating a potent liquid fertilizer. The fermented tea is then diluted with water and applied to the plants, providing a boost of nutrients and promoting healthy growth. This method allows the farmers to create a liquid fertilizer that is rich in nutrients and beneficial microorganisms, which can help to improve soil health and plant vitality. Layering green matter directly into garden beds. The chop and drop method is another technique used by them to utilize weeds. This approach involves layering green matter directly into garden beds, creating a nutrient-rich soil environment. They chop the green matter, such as weeds, into smaller pieces and layer it directly into the garden bed. The chopped green matter creates a thick mat that helps retain moisture and suppress weeds. Over time, the green matter breaks down, adding nutrients to the soil and creating a fertile environment for plants to grow. This method allows Amish farmers to create a nutrient-rich soil environment without the need for synthetic fertilizers, promoting healthy plant growth and reducing waste. By layering green matter directly into garden beds, they can also improve soil structure and increase the soil's water-holding capacity, reducing the need for irrigation and minimizing soil erosion. Benefits of using weeds as fertilizer. Harnessing the power of weeds as fertilizer offers numerous benefits for gardeners and farmers. By leveraging the nutritional value of weeds, individuals can create a more sustainable and thriving ecosystem. One of the primary advantages of using weeds as fertilizer is the slow-release nature of their nutrients. As weeds break down, they release nutrients into the soil, providing a steady supply of nourishment for plants. This slow-release mechanism ensures that plants receive a consistent flow of nutrients, promoting healthy growth and development. Using weeds as fertilizer also contributes to improved soil health. The organic matter from weeds adds structure and fertility to the soil, enhancing its water-holding capacity and aeration. This, in turn, creates a more favorable environment for beneficial microorganisms to thrive, further boosting soil health. By utilizing weeds as fertilizer, gardeners and farmers can significantly reduce waste. Weeds that would otherwise be discarded can be repurposed as a valuable resource, minimizing the need for synthetic fertilizers and reducing the environmental impact of waste disposal. The use of weeds as fertilizer can also lead to increased crop yields. By providing a steady supply of nutrients, weeds can help promote healthy plant growth, resulting in more abundant and resilient crops. This, in turn, can lead to improved food security and reduced financial burdens for gardeners and farmers. Weeds can also play a crucial role in supporting soil biodiversity. As they break down, they provide a food source for beneficial microorganisms, which helps to create a more resilient and dynamic ecosystem. This biodiversity is essential for maintaining soil health and promoting ecosystem balance. Another significant benefit of using weeds as fertilizer is their cost-effectiveness. By repurposing weeds, gardeners and farmers can reduce their reliance on synthetic fertilizers, which can be expensive and environmentally damaging. This technique can help minimize costs and promote a more sustainable gardening or farming practice. How to harvest weeds safely. Harvesting weeds can be a simple and effective way to create a valuable resource for your garden. To do so safely and responsibly, it's essential to identify the types of weeds that are safe for use as fertilizer. Some weeds can be toxic or cause allergic reactions, so it's crucial to be certain of the weed's identity. Start by researching local weeds and their potential uses. If you're unsure about a particular weed, consult with a botanist, gardener, or other expert. Field guides can also be a valuable resource for identifying weeds and learning about their properties. When harvesting weeds, use techniques that minimize damage to the plant and the environment. Choose the right tools such as gloves, a basket or bag, and a tool like a hoe or trowel. Harvest in moderation, only taking what you need, and avoid over-harvesting, which can damage the ecosystem. Keep the harvested weeds clean and free of contaminants such as pesticides or heavy metals. To avoid contamination, steer clear of areas that may be polluted, such as roadsides or industrial sites. Watch for pesticide use and avoid harvesting weeds from areas that may have been treated with chemicals. Handle the harvested weeds carefully to prevent contamination and spoilage. By following these tips, you can harvest weeds safely and responsibly, creating a valuable resource for your garden while minimizing the risk of contamination. Fermenting weeds into weed tea. Fermenting weeds into weed tea is a simple and effective way to create a nutrient-rich liquid fertilizer for your garden. This process involves harnessing the power of microorganisms to break down the weeds and release their nutrients into a liquid solution. To start, gather a variety of weeds and chop them into smaller pieces. Place the chopped weeds in a container, such as a bucket or barrel, and add water. The general ratio is 1 part weeds to 10 parts water. Make sure the container is large enough to hold the mixture and allow for expansion during fermentation. Once the weeds and water are mixed, cover the container with a lid or mesh screen to keep out debris and pests. Let the mixture ferment for 1 to 3 weeks, stirring occasionally until the liquid has turned a dark color and has a strong, earthy smell. This indicates that the microorganisms have broken down the weeds and released their nutrients into the liquid. After fermentation is complete, strain the liquid through a cheesecloth or fine mesh sieve tube. Remove the solid particles. The resulting liquid fertilizer, or weed tea, can be diluted with water and used to feed your plants. This tea is rich in nutrients and beneficial microorganisms, which can help promote healthy plant growth and improve soil health. Use the tea within a few days of straining, as it can continue to ferment and lose potency over time. By fermenting weeds into weed tea, you can create a valuable resource for your garden, reducing waste and promoting sustainable gardening practices. Layering green matter for soil enrichment. The chop and drop method is a simple and effective way to enrich your soil with green matter. This technique involves layering chopped green matter, such as weeds, directly into your garden beds. To use the chop and drop method, start by chopping the green matter into smaller pieces. This will help it break down more quickly and evenly. Next, layer the chopped green matter directly into your garden beds, creating a thick mat that helps retain moisture and suppress weeds. You can layer the green matter around existing plants or create a new bed by layering the material and then planting it into it. Layering green matter directly into your garden beds provides numerous benefits for soil health. As the green matter breaks down, it adds nutrients and organic matter to the soil, improving its structure and fertility. This, in turn, supports healthy plant growth and increases the soil's water-holding capacity. The layer of green matter also helps to regulate soil temperature, keeping it cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter. By using the chop and drop method, you can create a thriving ecosystem in your garden that promotes soil health and reduces waste. The Amish method showcases a valuable technique for sustainable gardening by turning weeds into a valuable resource. This approach eliminates the need for synthetic fertilizers and compost, providing a nutrient-rich soil environment naturally. Effective methods include using chopped weeds as mulch, creating fermented weed teas, and layering green matter into garden beds. These techniques reduce waste, promote soil health, and foster a thriving garden ecosystem. With benefits like slow-release nutrients, improved soil structure, and increased crop yields, turning weeds into free fertilizer is a practical solution for gardeners of all experience levels. Subscribe if you want more grounded, practical tips like this. Catch you in the next one.